I think I got everything going. All right. Shalom. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat, to my brothers, Yahweh Shema, Elohim Hashem, Yahweh Shad, all my sisters. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command of General Yohana. And what we do is we teach the Black, Hispanic, and Native that they are God's true and only chosen people. And with that comes a responsibility. That responsibility is to love, take care of each other, and teach each other our history, our past, and the things that we messed up on and things that we need to do better. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we are doing here in the ISUPK. We're showing our people brotherhood. We're showing our people love. Something that you will not get out of the Christian church. Something that you will not get out of the Muslim mosque, because it's full of lies. It's full of deceit. It's full of confusion. You know what I'm saying? The world is full of chaos today. The world is full of madness. And we just take it and think that it is what it is. But for us Black, Hispanic, and Natives, the way the world is today is literally hell. It's literally the hell that we are in. You know what I'm saying? I know the Christian church lied to you and got you believing that hell is full of monsters. Hell is full of flames and fire. But that's not according to the Bible. The Bible does not speak on that. Hell is literally God's punishment for us breaking his law, statutes, and commandments. And the only way to get out of this hell that we are in is to start following his law, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? So bear with me one sec. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give y'all some time. We're going to share. We're going to, I would like to ask for y'all to share also. Share this video. Put a comment. You know what I'm saying? Put a comment. I will see it. Ask your questions and all that. Ask your questions. Do whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever you got to do. If you have any questions, I will chat it on there. You know what I'm saying? I will post it on there. You will see your questions, and they will get answered. Maybe not today, and maybe not by me, but they will get answered. You know what I'm saying? So, let's start off with Matthew 10 and 28. And I'll give y'all a moment to share, you know what I'm saying? Ask your questions too. I'll give y'all a quick moment. Share, ask your questions, whatever you may have. It could be on subject, it can be off subject. And if you got a question in the middle of the class, please do ask. This is not a sermon. This is not a lecture. You can ask your questions in the middle of this. This is a class, a straight up and down class. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down class. You know what I'm saying? So if you're ready, you're ready. I might start a little bit. Hold on. All right, let's start with 27. Let's start with verse 27. It gives a little clarity of what's being talked about here. You know what I'm saying? Matthew chapter 10, verse 27. What I tell you in darkness. Why are you saying stuff in darkness? What I tell you in darkness. Why are you saying things in darkness? Oh, I need to type the scripture in. Why are you saying things in darkness? I'll give y'all a couple of seconds to type that in the class. What are your answers? Why would you say something in darkness? No response? You're saying things in darkness because it's a secret. It's not meant for everybody at that time. But in the context of this, you got to ask, is it really a secret? It's not really a secret. It's not meant for everybody's understanding. That's the better way to put it. It's not meant for everybody to understand. So it's set in darkness. It's like a dark saying. It's like a proverb, a riddle, or something like that. It's not meant for everybody to understand. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue. When I tell you in darkness that ye speak in what I tell you in darkness that ye speak in the light. So what I'm telling you in darkness, what I'm telling you, this dark saying, guess what? You're going to bring to the light. It's your job to bring understanding to it. It's your job to teach it. It's your job to speak on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you this because you will understand it, but guess what? You still got to teach it. Even though you might be the only one that may understand it, you still got to teach it. And in today's world, the understanding between hell and what the Bible speaks is miles apart. It's miles apart. Hell, according to the world, is some fiery pit made by Dante's Inferno. It's made by a fictional book. It's not even scriptural. It's made by a fictional book called Dante's Inferno. And nothing in Dante's Inferno is actually scriptural. There's no man with no tail and no pitchfork. There's no man with horns. Oh, well, he is red. The devil is red. Believe that. But everything else is false. And you got to ask yourself, is what Dante's Inferno describing any worse than what's going on today? Is it worse than what's going on today? Today you have people fighting for sobriety. Crackheads, junkies, alcoholics fighting for sobriety. And the hell to become sober is immense. There's a lot of pain involved. There's a lot of suffering. You think they're going to call that heaven? No, that's hell to them. That is hell. Bear with me one sec. People going through sobriety is going through hell. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. And what you hear in the ear, when I'm speaking to you in your ear, that preach ye upon the housetops, you're going to be upon the rooftops, screaming aloud, spare not. You know what I'm saying? There's literally in the scripture to cry aloud and spare not. Those are the parables that we got to teach in hell. And the way the world confused it is now a parable. Hell is now a parable. Back in the day, it was common what hell was. Hell was us not being in rulership. Hell was not us ruling ourselves as a people, another nation ruling over us. That was hell in former days, in biblical times. But due to Dante's Inferno and Christianity and the lies that your pastor tells you, you believe that hell is something that happens after you die. But here's the question: what caused you to die? What caused you to die? That's what I got to ask you. We're going to get to that later. But just keep that question in your mind. What caused you to die? You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. And fear not them. So this is the parable that is speaking to you. That you're going to speak on the housetops. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be speaking this everywhere. You're going to be talking about this. And he said, and fear not them which kill the body. It says straight up and down, fear not them that can kill the body. Once you're dead, you're dead. Why can't you fear them that kill the body? Because in Christianity, you are scared of those who could kill the body, because in Christianity, once you're dead, you're going to heaven or hell. And due to the life that you live, you are leaning more towards hell, according to their understanding. So you will fear those who are capable of killing the body. But that way of thinking is false. No matter what you have done, you shouldn't be fearing those that could kill your body, period. Period. But let's continue. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. They are not able to kill your soul. You know why? Because heaven and hell after death don't exist. Know why? Because your soul lives, and your soul will be into another body. Reincarnation is the reality of the Bible. Reincarnation is the reality of the life that we live. You don't have to worry about going to heaven or hell. That does not exist. The truth is, everything that you've done wrong, you're going to pay for in this life. You're going to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Fear him which is able to kill soul and body. Who's able to kill soul and body? Who is able to kill soul and body? Let me make it easy for you. The person that is able to kill soul and body is the Most High. The Most High is able to kill soul and body. Why is he able to do that? Because you are breaking his laws, so he will kill you for doing so. Is it wrong? No. You break his laws, you deserve to die. You out there smoking all the crack you want. You out there sleeping with every other man's woman. You out there rolling on the stripper pole, making money from OnlyFans. You out there doing whatever the hell you want. You deserve death. You deserve death. So is the Most High wrong for destroying your soul and your body? No. But understand this. He's destroying your soul and your body in hell. Here's a question. Your body goes in a casket and is buried under 6 feet of dirt. How does your body get to hell? I mean, thinking as a Christian, stay in the Christian mind state. How does your body get to hell? Because they say when you die, you go to hell. But when you die, you're buried 6 feet deep in a casket. So how does your body go to hell? Explain that. I'm going to read it again from the top of 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. So we already know God could kill your soul. That's the only one that can kill your soul. That's the only one that can destroy your soul. And he is destroying it in hell. But the body, God is destroying your body in hell. How did your body get to hell if hell is a place you can only get to after death? I need Christians to explain that to me. You're dead. You went through what you went through on earth. Who knows why you did the things that you did, right? You are going through it, though. You are going through it. You know what I'm saying? I want you to go through your own personal mind what you've been through. You've been through some things in your own mind, in your own life. Now, you understand there's some things that you went through that could kill your body. And it's the hell that you went through. But how can it kill your soul? How can your soul be killed in hell? Oh no, how can your body be killed in hell? Explain that. How can your body be destroyed in hell? How? Explain that. What about those that when they die they get cremated? Well, their body's being destroyed in hell, or was their body destroyed on earth? Questions you gotta ask. Answers gotta be given. Answers gotta be given. But I understand. The Christian church lied to us and they lied to us forever. And they want us to believe that hell and heaven is something that comes after death. But it's not. Because there's no way you can destroy a body that's already destroyed. You're dead already. How your body going to get destroyed in hell if, according to Christians, hell is a place you go after death? So how is your body destroyed in hell? What? Let me guess. The Most High drags your body from the casket into a deeper center of the earth. Not how it goes. Not how it goes at all. You know what I'm saying? That's the confusion of the Christian church. That's the madness that it teaches. You know what I'm saying? But let's go to let's go to the Apocrypha. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus, or is it Ecclesiastes? Hold on. Not Ecclesiasticus, Ecclesiastes. Yeah, go to Ecclesiastes in the Bible. Ecclesiastes, hold on. Actually, let's start at 14. Ecclesiastes 3, verse 14. And it reads, I know that whatsoever God doeth, it shall be forever. So whatever God does, this is it's never ended. It is what it is. It's always going to stand because God did it. And God never changes, right? We know God never changes. So whatever he does, it stands forever. The law is forever, regardless what the Christian church teaches. The law is forever. Whatever God does is forever. He chose a chosen people, and they are his chosen people forever. Well, maybe not forever. As long as there's a sun and an earth, they will be his chosen people. Till the earth is destroyed, they will no longer be his chosen people. You know what that means? Everybody got to get done away with. Everybody got to get done away with. Let's continue. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. You can't add to it. You can't take away from it. It's like, it is what it is. It stands on its own. You know what I'm saying? What God says, it stands on its own. You know what I'm saying? And God said he will destroy your body in hell. That stands on its own. So your body will get destroyed in hell. But how does your body get to hell? Let me tell you, it's before you die. Your body is in hell before it dies. Because after it dies, guess what? It's dead. It's in the dirt. It's pushing up tulips. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Nor anything taken from it, and God doeth it, that men should fear before him. Everything God does is so that we could fear him and put him in his proper authority. The problem is with the world, we rather fear man. God has us fear, not God. Religion and our oppressor has us fearing men more than fearing our power, more than fearing our God. Because the simple fact is, if you know your body can be destroyed on earth, that God would destroy your body on earth. That's why people are catching AIDS, syphilis, gonorrhea, COVID, all types of manner of diseases. These drugs are breaking them out, their teeth falling out their mouth. God is destroying their body on earth. And when he said he would destroy it in hell, guess where that hell is? That hell is on earth. It's not in some dark cave where flames is blowing and, lava everywhere. No, that's for the cartoons. That's not real. That's not reality. God said he would destroy their body on earth. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my bad. I never showed any of these scriptures. Let me tell. Oh, I was there, but now I'm here. Right? So let me continue, right? That men should fear before him. That which hath been is now. So this is nothing new. This is the way it always been. Why do we believe that hell is some dark, fiery place in the center of earth? It's because some man wrote a book called Dante's Inferno. That's why we believe that. It was made into cartoons, or it was made into a whole bunch of BS. And we believe that. It's good theatrics. Shout out to Hollywood. It's good theatrics, but it's not reality. It's not reality at all. Let's read that from the top again. That which has been is now. So God destroying your body in hell has always been. But Dante's Inferno wasn't created to what? The early 1900s? Maybe late 1800s, early 1900s? I don't know. But it's recent. This whole theology of hell having a giant with horns and a pitchfork and a pointy tail, that's modern. That's modern. But the Most High destroying your body in hell, that's the way it always been. And a lot of people went through hell. And a lot of people was able to come out of hell. Dante's Inferno never talks about coming out of hell. Well, let me tell you something. The only way you can come out of hell is because hell is on earth. Hell is on earth. If you die, your body can't go to the Christian hell. Only way your body can go to hell is if you live through it. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. And that which is to be hath already been. And God requires that which is past. So everything that was then is required to be now. And is required to be in the future. There's nothing new under the sun. So this Dante's Inferno image of hell, this the Dante's, let's go with the Dante's Inferno image of hell. Let's talk about it for a sec. You understand that that's really just mythology. That's really Roman, Greek, Nordic, every other Egyptian, every other book's mythology. That's why we say, like a lot of cats like to say that the Bible is plagiarizing Egyptology. No. Because Egyptology speaks of a hell that you go to after death. The Bible does not. The Bible does not speak on that. Period. Hell is on earth, and it's something that your body goes through. Something that you go through while you're on this planet. Hell is nothing new. Hell is, you know what I'm saying? It's something that we've been going through forever. That's why brothers are going through the thing they're going through. You know what hell is? Hell is child support. You know what hell is? Hell is being a single mother. You know what hell is? Hell is AIDS. Hell is syphilis. Hell is gonorrhea. You know what hell is? Hell is witnessing as a father or a mother your daughter on a stripper pole or on OnlyFans. That's hell. Hell is seeing your son getting shot down by the police. That's what hell is. Destroying your body and your soul in hell. That's what hell is. A mother seeing her son or daughter killed by the police. That's hell. You know what hell is? Hell is seeing a sister mock the pain and suffering of other sisters who are abducted, who are kidnapped and abducted. That's hell. We are in hell, brothers and sisters. You know what hell is? Hell is when you see on the news that your child's teacher was putting her husband's semen in cupcakes. Oh, that's a real story. That's a real story that happened less than a week ago. 150 plus charges. The woman was putting semen, her husband's semen, in cupcakes for our children to eat. And you don't think that's hell? You don't think that's hell? You think we got to die to experience something worse? You think we got to die to experience something better? Let me tell you something. Our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And this hell that you are waiting for under that Christian cross, it's not going to come. The heaven that you're waiting for under that Christian cross is not going to come. You see that they're getting that Space Force ready to fight something bigger and stronger than it. That heaven about to come out the sky. We're going to get into that later. Let's go to Deuteronomy 32 and 22. Let me type it up in here. Let's actually start at 21. Let's start at 21. All right, you there? Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 21. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They moved the Most High to jealousy, which is that which is of no power. That white Jesus is of no power. That rock in Mecca that y'all call Allah is no power. That fat Buddha statue is of no power. That Caucasian that you fear so much is of no power. He is of no power. And that is the God that we fear the most. We fear our enemy, the Caucasian, more than anything. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities. We are provoking the Most High with these OnlyFans, with this, money, with these videos, with this lifestyle of trying to be like our oppressor. We are provoking the Most High trying to be like our oppressor. We are provoking the Most High trying to be like our enemy. Trying to get the cars and the watches. And the funny thing is, our enemy don't even care about that stuff. The richest white man's probably driving a Subaru. You know what I'm saying? Y'all chasing a lifestyle that's not real, and it's provoking the Most High. It's provoking him to anger. He's getting upset. He's getting mad. But let's continue. And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. Look, the Most High is moving us to jealousy with those who are not a people. Look, we're seeing how our enemies is living. They are not a people. They are about as uncivilized and as uncouth as it gets. They are not a people. They don't care about each other. They are about as ugly as it gets. And he's provoking us to jealousy to a point that we want to be like them. We are envious of our enemy. And the Most High provoking us to that because we don't want to follow his law, statutes, and commandments. We don't want to follow what he laid out. So he's going to provoke us to jealousy with a people that is not a people. These people are not a people. These people are ugly. That's why they're putting semen in cupcakes. You know what I'm saying? That's why they are child pedophiles. That's why they are, you know what I'm saying, school shooters. That's why they are who they are. Drug dealers, drug users. They are about as evil as it gets. They are at the bottom of the barrel, if you ask me. If you ask me, they are not a people at all. They are not humans. There's nothing humane about our oppressor. But we still choose to follow him instead of what our Lord set forth. We still choose to follow him instead of what our God put in front of us, which is these law, statutes, and commandments, which teaches us to love and take care of each other, look out for each other. They stole our records and still don't abide by them. They stole our records and still benefit from them and still don't abide by them. You know why? Because we're not abiding by them. These fake issues, these issues are out here giving babies herpes and calling it a circumcision. They giving babies herpes and calling it a circumcision, which is the practice of our people. They are not a people. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. The Most High is provoking us to anger with a foolish nation. They are foolish. They are foolish. That's why they are trying to start up a space force to fight something that they do not fully understand, that they do not fully know. And so many Black, Hispanic, and Native, guess what we're going to do? Guess what we're going to do? We're going to join that space force. We're going to join that space force. We're going to be all up in there. We're going to be decorated. We're going to be ranked up. We're going to be stellar examples of the military. And while we're being stellar examples of the American military, guess what we're going to be? Enemies of the Most High. Enemies of the Most High. That's why the Most High says separate. That's why separation is ideal. Separation is ideal. But let's continue. For a fire is kindled in my anger. And that's where Dante's Inferno really starts. Because it mentioned fire. They're thinking that it's a literal fire. But they didn't read it out fully. Let's continue. For a fire is kindled in my anger. Have you ever been that enraged that you could equate it to a fire? A lot of us have. It's nothing new. That's why the Bible is a book for Black, Hispanic, and Natives, because we speak the same way the Bible is written. We speak in a tongue that is so metaphoric and so cryptic that only we can understand. That's why they are taking this fire literal. And we don't. Well, we're not supposed to, because we believe anything our pastor tells us, and our pastor is telling us whatever our oppressor tells him to tell us. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. And shall burn unto the lowest hell. So that fire in Dante's Inferno is believed to be that fire of anger, which is burned unto the lowest hell. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, I ain't finished. Let's continue. It shall consume the earth. Hold on. So this fire that shall burn unto the lowest hell shall consume what? The earth. So that shows you hell is on earth. That fire is going to consume the earth. And that's soon to come. That's a lot of nuclear explosions. That's a lot of nuclear missiles and bombs being dropped. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. And shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. So the fire is going to consume the earth as it grows. This hell is going to consume the mountains. You can't escape this hell, black man. You can't escape this hell, black woman. You can't escape it. We're in it together. No matter how rich Oprah Winfrey may be, no matter how rich Jay-Z may be, no matter how rich our people may be, guess what? We're in this together. Only way to get out of it is to come together. It's to come together. So let's drop that. Let's get Jonah 2:1. Just to prove that hell is not a place after death. Because hell is not a place after death. Oh, my fault. I ain't even type that in. Hold on. Hell is not a place after death. Hell is something that you got to go through on earth. Hell is something that you got to go through while you're here, suffering, thinking that you're doing this and doing that, trying to catch up with the Joneses. You're going to have to go through hell. You're going to have to go through a little more hell to understand that who your oppressor is. A lot of Black, Hispanic, and they like, ooh, perfect example. What is that woman's name? What's that Black woman that seemed to side with Trump a lot? Oh, what is her name? Starts with a C. Candace Jones, Candace Jackson, or Candace something, right? Candace is sticking in my head. So I believe her first name is Candace, right? But if I remember correctly, that same sister, when she was a freshman in college, went through the trauma of sexual assault, went through the hell of sexual assault. By who? By our oppressor. And what do she choose to do today? She chooses to side with our oppressor. Not all the time. Sometimes she makes sense. Candace something. I forgot her name. If you know her name, type it on in. Candace Owens? I think it's Candace Owens. If you look up Candace Owens, she had some traumatic experiences as a freshman in college, all due to our oppressor. She been in hell. You know what I'm saying? She been in hell. But look at her. She confided. Not everything she says is in the best interest of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native people. Well, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Then Jonah prayed unto the Lord his God out of the fish's belly. So Jonah was given the task to condemn the city of Nineveh. He was given a task to condemn the city of Nineveh, and he ran from it. His reasons are his reasons. We ain't gonna get into that right now. But he ran from the task of telling the city of Nineveh that they are about to crumble and they are about to fall, and the Most High's wrath is pointed towards them. That fire of the Most High's anger is pointed towards the city of Nineveh. But he refused to take that job. So while he was running, he ended up in the ocean and getting swallowed by a fish. Now he's in this fish. Now a lot of y'all like to say, wow, well, human beings swallowed up by a whale, well, that's impossible. No, it's not impossible. In New England ourselves, I can remember 3 people being washed up from the belly of a freaking whale in my life. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Verse 2. And said, I cried by reason of mine affliction unto the Lord. So he's afflicted. He's in his belly. So he's crying out to the Lord like, oh, man, look, I'm in a jam. He know he messed up. He know he's being afflicted. He knows in his messed up situation. And he heard me. The Most High heard him. The Most High heard him cry from his afflictions. Let's continue. Out of the belly of hell cried I. Out of the belly of hell cried I. Christians, is hell in the belly of a whale or is it in the middle of the earth? You got to explain this to me. You got to explain to me where hell is, because according to this, Jonah cried out of the belly of a whale and stated that was hell. Christians, explain to me how that was hell. Christians, explain to me the difference between the belly of the whale and the body being destroyed underneath the ground in some fiery pit where a body cannot actually get to. Explain the difference. Let me tell you something. One's not hell and one is. That's the difference. One is make-believe and one is reality. And one you can get pulled out of. And one is so make-believe that you can't get pulled out of it. Sorry, you can't. You can't get pulled out of it. But let's drop that. Oh, no, let's finish it off. And thou heardest my voice. The Most High heard his voice from the belly of the beast. He heard his voice from that hell he was in. Most High heard him. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to prayer of Azaniah in the Apocrypha. We're going to go to the Apocrypha real quick, which some places call it the what's it called? The 3 kids or the 3 children? Something like that. Some books call it that, but the prayer of Azaniah, chapter 1, verse 66. It's in the Apocrypha. If you don't have an Apocrypha, Google it. I'm about to type it up in here. Prayer of Azariah. One and 66. Let's get with it. You can see it right there. Oh, you can see it right there, right there. Prayer of Azariah. You know what I'm saying? Prayer of Azariah, chapter 1, verse 66. Oh, Ananias, Azarias, and Misael. Bless ye the Lord. Praise and exalt him above all forever. So he's talking to the rest of these brothers like, yo, we got to give it up to the Most High. Praise him forever. Praise him forever. You know what I'm saying? Praise him forever. You ready? For he hath delivered us from hell. Hold on. Is that what the Christian church teach? These brothers were delivered from hell. These brothers went through their hell and were delivered from it. And if you read at the top, it tells you about what they did to even get into the hell. You know what they did to get into the hell? They broke laws, statutes, and commandments. They broke laws, statutes, and commandments. And within their breaking of these laws, statutes, and commandments, the Most High put them through a situation, and the Most High got them out of this situation through their repentance. The Most High got them out there through their repentance. Now let's get back to it. Let's start it back from the top, all right? Oh, Ananias, Azarias, and Misael, bless ye the Lord, praise and exalt him above all forever, for he hath delivered us from hell and saved us from the hand of death. That is what hell is. The hell is the hand of death. And guess what is the hand of death today? Our oppressor. Our oppressor gunning us down in the streets. Our addiction that our oppressor puts on our plate. The lifestyle of us trying to be like him. With all these sexual liberations and things. That's hell. That's hell. You think most of these women that are sexually liberated want to be on OnlyFans? You think they want to do that? No, they don't want to do that. If they had any other option to make money fast, they would have took it. They would have took it. They would have took any other option other than being a whore out on these street corners or out on these internet corners. They would have took it. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue with that. Hold on, let's continue. Yeah. And delivered us out of the midst of the furnace and burning flames, even out of the midst of the fire hath he delivered us. He took them out of that burning flame. He took them out of that fire. He took them out of it. Think he can't take you out of the hell you're going through? Think he can't take you out of your addictions? Think he can't take you out of your flaws? Like, a lot of us think that, you know what I'm saying, this smoking weed is too strong for us to fight. Man, fight it. You'd be surprised how many stories you run into of brothers who fought that and succeeded. Your porn addictions, fought that and succeeded. Your crack addictions, fought that and succeeded. Your eating pork addictions, fought that and succeeded. You'd be surprised the type of hells brother got out of. just to come and teach you what real life is. They got out of hell to teach you what life is. And the Most High allowed it. I know my brothers in the ISUPK would never forget that. Never forget that. That's why we take our job so serious. Because we know we got out of this hell. It's not a hope. We expect you to do the same things that we did. We're not special. We're not special at all. We expect you to do it. They say cigarettes is the hardest drug to break off of. I did it. I expect everybody else to do it because I ain't nothing. I ain't nothing. But if I can do it, I know y'all can do it. I know for sure y'all can do it because I did it. Only way I would doubt it if y'all didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? But let's drop down. Let's get Matthew 6 and 10. Matthew 6 and 10. All right. Let me type it up in here real quick. Matthews. Why is showing up? Oh, there it is. Matthew chapter 6, verse 10. Hold on. Let me start to bring more familiarity of where this is coming from. Let's start with 9. After this manner, therefore pray ye. So this is how we are supposed to pray. And this is supposed to be your prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Our Father, which dwells in heaven, hallowed be thy name. So you're recognizing that the Most High name is holy, is separate, is special. Hallowed be thy name. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Thy kingdom come. His kingdom is coming. Thy will be done. His will be done. But where will his will done? Will it be done in earth? Or will it be done in heaven? Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Let me tell you something. If you're praying to make it into heaven, your prayer should be about it. Your prayer should be about God and his rulership ruling over this whole planet just like he rules over heaven. That kingdom come in earth. Guess what? His kingdom is going to be in earth. It's going to be ruled in the same way as it is in heaven. That is the prayer that you should be making. Because if it's not on earth, guess what? You will never make it to where he dwells. You won't make it to where he dwells. You will not find a scripture that says humans dwell where the Most High dwells. But his kingdom will be on earth. It will be on earth. And his kingdom on earth will be just like it is in the fourth dimension where he dwells. Yes, there's multi-context to heaven. Multiple contexts to heaven. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's go to Revelations 5 and 10. Revelation chapter 5, verse 10. Oh, I ain't typing it in. Give me a sec to type it in. Revelation 5, verse 10. And has made us unto our gods, kings, and priests, and we shall reign on earth. That's what heaven is. That's what heaven is. Heaven is literally black rulership. He made us as kings and priests on this earth. We can't rule in his domain. His domain, the fourth dimension, no, we can't rule there where he rules. But when his kingdom comes, we will be ruling it because we will be ruling it under his name. We will be ruling it in his likeness. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, bear with me one sec. Hold on chapter. Revelation chapter 5, verse 10. Let's read that again. And he made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on earth. That is very valuable. That is something that should not be played with. You know what I'm saying? But let's go to Revelations 21. Let's type that in. Let's type that in. Oh, I never put that. Actually, let's start with one. Let's start with one. Revelation chapter 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. Let me tell you something. How you see a new heaven and a new earth? Because they are together. They are one. How you seeing a new one? Because there was an old heaven that you did not take part of. That old heaven, you had no parts of it. Black man, you have no parts in the heaven that is here today. There is a heaven today. You know what heaven is today? Heaven today is knowing that you could kill a black man and just say that you feel threatened and walk from it. Oh, I feel threatened. You could kill a black woman and said you feared for your wife. You feared for your life. And you could walk from it. You could get in. Heaven is, you could walk into a black man's house and kill him. Kill the black man in his house, defenseless. And the judge will sympathize with you. The bailiff will pat your hair. And the brother of the victim will say he forgives you. You are in heaven. You can't do no wrong. Everything you do is forgiven. Everything you do, like Dylan Storm Roof. You know what I'm saying? He killed those people in the what was that? Charlotte, North Carolina? I believe it was Charlotte. He killed those people in that church. And they said they forgave him. He is in heaven. And when he got caught, was he shot down? Did those cops feel for his life knowing that he carries guns? No. He was brought to Burger King. He is in heaven. Because if it was you, black man, guarantee, on sight. They see you, they'll say, put up your hands. As soon as you put up your hands, as soon as you pull your arm from your pockets or wherever they may have been, they're going to shoot you and say they thought you was reaching for a gun or something. Because that's what they do. This is their heaven. This is their heaven. This is their heaven. Their heaven is when one of their most notorious criminals, Epstein, notorious sex trafficker, has an island out there where women were being sex trafficked, mostly black, native, especially native, and Hispanic women were being sex trafficked. And his clientele walks because he was killed. His clientele is in heaven. His clientele, no matter who you speculated to be, they are in heaven. Everything revolves around our enemy in this place. They are in heaven. Everything is about them. They are in heaven. We want freedom, and what they gave us? They just took off the chains and said, "You are free." We lost our language, lost our culture, lost everything, but we're free. Without those things, it's what we are chose to depend on. We ain't got our own days of celebration, so what do? We celebrate his days of celebration. That's why black people celebrate 4th of July, because our enemy is in heaven. We celebrate his day of independence. We celebrate his day of freedom because he's in heaven, not us. We are slaves. We are in the pits of hell. We are burning. You know what I'm saying? There was a sister named Michaela down toward the South Shore of Massachusetts. Hung. She only like 14 years old. Hung. Black woman hung. Well, black child. I'm not even going to call her a woman. She's a child. Hung. It is speculated amongst us, which we pretty much know that it is. White students who had jealousy towards her, envy towards her, anger towards her, beat her up in hunger. Man, we are in hell in this place. And the quicker you realize that, the better off we are, the safer we are as a people. Martin Luther King said he knows he integrated his people into a burning house. How long are you going to stay in this house? How long are you going to stay in it? Mm-hmm. How long? Let's go to Nehemiah 9:6. Nehemiah Shall I read above it? Nah. Nehemiah chapter 9, verse 6. Thou, even thou, art Lord alone. Thou hast made heaven, the heaven of heavens. See, look, it's saying the Most High is the Most High, and He stands alone. He is who He is. He is that dude, and He made heaven, the heaven of heavens. What we got coming for us, nothing could penetrate. Nothing could stop. Nothing could out. Nothing. He made the heaven of heavens. And mind you, if you got a question, type it on in. But let's read that again. Thou, even thou art Lord alone. He is the Lord by himself. Thou art made heaven, the heaven of heavens, with all their hosts, the earth. Where's the heaven of heavens at? With all of his hosts? Where? Must I read it again? Where's the heaven of heavens at? If there's a Christian on board, I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. Let me read it again. Thou, even thou, art Lord alone. He is the Lord by himself. Thou hast made heaven. He has made heaven. And he made that heaven the heaven of heavens. So that means there's other heavens. There's other heavens. Let me explain what the other heavens are. There's the heaven of space. Space is one of the heavens, you know what I'm saying? Where you got the celestial bodies, other planets and stars and stuff. That is a form of heaven. And then you have the heaven where the Most High dwell, which us in the UPK like to call the fourth dimension. It's a place where we don't dwell. It's a place where the Most High and dwells with his angels. And then there's the heaven of rulership, the heaven of control, the heaven of I said it, the heaven of being in control, the heaven of looking out for yourself, the heaven of being one body, the heaven of looking out for your own people, the heaven of not being on food stamps, the heaven of not being on welfare, the heaven of not depending on your enemy for nothing. Right now, we depend on our enemy for everything. We depend on him for absolutely everything. Everything. According to our enemy, we are not born unless he said so. What do I mean? I'm right here. How can I not be born? Well, they have this thing called a birth certificate. Without a birth certificate, you was never born. And guess what? You could die. You could die. Without that death certificate, you are not dead. Your bills will continue to build and be thrown onto your bill will be thrown onto the your lineage, onto those who come after you, on your offspring. Because he says when we live, he says when we die. You ever been walking through a park? So hot. It's a hot day. You walking through a park. You see a water fountain. Yeah, you thirsty. You only going to drink from the water fountain. And that shit don't work. That's why it don't work. Because our oppressor is in heaven. He gets to tell us who drinks water and who don't. Look at the brothers and sisters in Flint. They can't even bathe in clean water till this day. To this day, they gotta buy filters and everything else. They gotta do all types of things. They gotta jump through hoops just to stay clean. They gotta jump through hoops just to stay hydrated. Why? Because our enemy is in heaven. He's in complete rulership over his enemies. And that's where heaven is. Heaven is when we, Black, Hispanic, and Natives, are in complete rule over our enemies. Hell is when what we're doing now. We are ruled by our enemies. We are being controlled by our enemies. We are in their mercy. All the clothes we buy from them, everything we buy from them, even if you think you own your own Black business, congratulations. Who you get your supplies from? It ain't us, because we have no resources. It's not us. So that's how you know we're not free, because we have no resources. People in Libya, South America, they have their own resources that they can outsource. We don't. We are fully dependent on our enemy. All Black, Hispanic, and Natives are fully dependent on our enemies. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop that. Let's drop down to verse 15. Do I want to start? No, let's not start. Nehemiah chapter 9, verse 15. Hold on, let me type it in. Nehemiah chapter 9, verse 15. It gaveth them bread from heaven for their hunger, and brought forth water for them out of the rock for their thirst, and promises them that they should go in to possess the land which thou hast sworn to give them. Let me tell you something. If I was dead, what bread can I eat? If I'm dead, what bread can I eat? There's no bread I can eat if I'm dead. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. That's how you know that heaven is a physical place, because people are actually eating. People are actually eating because it's not a physical place. It's not a physical place, all right? But hold on. Let me see something. I ain't gonna go into that. That goes to something deeper. All right, I'm about to end the class right here. All right. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabbat to all my brothers. Yahweh Shema Shem Yahweh Shabbat all my sisters. This is Right School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. If you have plans on joining this school and learning the deep, dark secrets of these scriptures, get in all black. You know what I'm saying? Make your daily check-ins, call the numbers. You know what I'm saying? And with that, I want to end the class. Shalom.